Yes, yes, yes. Today, we are here with something brand new. This is Creedence Clearwater Revival. Now, this is by far one of my favorite band names I've ever seen. I don't know why I like it so much. I really like this Creedence Clearwater Revival. That's hard. That's dope to me. I can't explain why. I just like it. Like, the flyers that you get for like festivals, like their name is the whole top part. Like, especially if like I would assume they were a big band. We about to do some research, but their name is like imprinted on top. Their name takes up like half of the page, especially if it had like that 70s style where it had like a graffiti style to it. Like their name takes up the whole flyer. I love that. That's fire. And I felt like I've definitely heard of them. I don't know if I was reading something like on Woodstock, the original Woodstock. Um, I don't know what I was reading, but I've definitely heard of them, but never thought to do any research or listen to any of their music. So today, excuse me, that changes. About to do some research. Creedence Clearwater Revival, also abbreviated as CCR. That's how we'll refer to them moving forward. Formed in California, band initially consisted of lead vocalist, lead guitarist, and primary songwriter John Fogerty, his brother Tom, bassist Stu, and drummer Doug. These members had played together since 1959, first as the Blue Velvets, and then later as the Gollywogs. I don't like that one. Blue Velvets is cool, but Gollywogs, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I don't like that one. Before settling on Creedence Clearwater Revival in 1967. That's the one. I can't wait till we find out how they came upon that name. They're classified as swamp rock. Swamp rock. Hold on. Swamp rock is a genre of rock music that originated in the mid 1960s as a fusion of rockabilly and soul music with swamp blues, country music, and funk. Never heard of that. Okay, swamp rock. I like that. Roots rock, blues rock, country rock. Active from 59 to 72. Belying their origins in the East Bay sub-region of San Francisco Bay Area. I just want to know how they got the name. CCR disbanded acrimoniously in late 1972 after 4 years of chart-topping success. What happened? Why would they stop while they're dominating? Okay, I can't wait till we figure this out. Tom had left the previous year, and John was at odds with the remaining members over matters of business and artistic control. That's all. That'll do it, won't it? That's a consistent theme for a lot of bands. Eventually, you have success, somebody gets big headed, or you just start bumping heads creatively, business wise. It always happens, man. It's so sad. And this is family because John and Tom are family. Obviously, they're brothers, and then it doesn't say Stu or Doug are related, but it's safe to assume they're good friends. Fogerty's disagreements with Fantasy Records owner Sal Zantz led to more court cases, and John refused to perform with the other two surviving members at Creedence's 1993 induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, see, John, don't do that. It's a tribute performance. Like, I'm sure it wasn't that deep. CCR's music remains a staple of U.S. classic rock radio airplay. 28 million records have been sold in the U.S. alone. Wow. Their compilation album Chronicle, the 20 Greatest Hits, released in 76, is still on the Billboard 200 album chart and reached the 500 weeks mark in December 2020. It has been awarded 10 times platinum. It's been on the Billboard 200 for 500 weeks. Wow. I would love, maybe I missed it, maybe I overlooked it. I would love to know how they came across their name. I'll figure it out later. But this is Bad Moon Rising. We'll do song research afterwards. It's the lyric video, so we can follow along. Man, I can't wait to learn more about them. Let's go. Bad Moon Rising. Let's go. I like that. I really like that. It was talking about, so it sounded like they were literally talking about a hurricane or some type of disastrous weather threat. But it has such a uplifting and like playful, bouncy feel to it that you just dance to it. And that's something I noticed with a lot of older music. A lot of older music, if you listen to the music, well, we do it today too. So it's not an old thing. But it's like just that ability to make sad songs so uplifting. Like I just listened to like Bobby McGee, Janis Joplin, right? Which it kind of reminded me of in a weird way. Um, Not sad. Bobby McGee isn't sad. Um, but just that feel of you talking about something negative or something depressing or something sad, but because of the beat and just the vibe that you get from it, if it has an uplifting feel. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I love it. Was a perfect blend of electric and acoustic guitar. It sounded like it was more than one acoustic. It sounded like it was one electric and maybe two acoustic guitars. Definitely heard drums. And I love the lead vocalist. The lead vocalist reminded me of I hear a mad moon on the rise. Who did he remind me of? And he almost kind of reminded me of Leonard Skinner a bit. And I know they're around the same time period. Not vocally. I just, for whatever reason, their style reminded me a little bit of Leonard Skinner. Leonard Skinner was a little bit more not heavy. I don't know, but they definitely have a country rock feel to them. I can't wait. I really want to learn how they got their name. I'm like stuck on that. Matter of fact, let me look that up first. How did they get their name? That's the first thing that pop up. Creedence was the Christian name of a friend of someone Tom. I'll just stick with Tom because I don't want to butcher their last name. It's Fogarty or Fogarty. But Creedence was the Christian name of a friend of someone that Tom knew. Clearwater was taken from a beer commercial. Revival, which they like to say was the most salient part of their name, signified a rebooting of their youthful ambitions and a return to the 50s rock and roll values. Gotcha. Wow. I don't think I've ever met anybody who had a name Creedence. That's a great name. I really like that name. Creedence. That's a really cool name. Just a first name. Clearwater. What commercial? I'm sure they'll tell me all of this if I click on this link, but I don't want to bore y'all with me learning all this stuff. I'll figure it out myself. But now let's look up Bad Moon Rising and see exactly what it means. It definitely sounded like it was talking about just a bunch of natural disasters and terrible weather. And just had a playful vibe to it. But it doesn't have a Wikipedia? Come on. Okay, let's see. Let's go to track listings. Here we go. Okay, it was written by John. It was the lead single from their album Green River and was released on April 16th, 1969, 4 months before the album. The song peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart on the 28th of June, 1969, and reached number 1 on the UK singles chart for 3 weeks in September of that year. It was CCR's second gold single. Wow, it didn't go platinum, but it went 28th on it was number 2 on Billboard Hot 100, but only went gold. The song had been released by at least 20 different artists in styles ranging from folk to reggae to psychedelic rock. Oh, wow. So who else covered their song? I would love to know who did it. In 2010, Rolling Stone ranked it number 364 on the 500 greatest songs of all time. It is one of the 5 songs by the band that peaked at number 2 on the U.S. Billboard chart and didn't get number 1. It was blocked by Love Theme from Romeo and Juliet. Okay, that's interesting. Bad Moon Rising uses weather imagery to make the point that something bad is lurking out there. Okay, so it's more of a metaphoric term. I thought they were speaking in more actual terms. I thought it was like a genuine song about about the different weather. But you know, okay, I get it. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Um, Billboard described the single as being loaded with rhythm and drive, and predicted that it couldn't miss going right to the top. I could agree. It definitely had a country feel to it. I definitely agree with the country rock label that they were given. Um, and it definitely, man, sometimes, man, I really just wish I could just transport to times that I wasn't alive to experience. But that whole Woodstock late 60s, early 70s, boy, that is one era that I feel like everybody wishes they could have experienced in person. It just seemed like so much fun. That was like the first real time where the country kind of moved away from a lot of traditional or conservative ideas. And you can just hear it in the music, and so, gosh, I really wish I could have experienced that. And to know, I in me reading, I saw they were on Woodstock, so that's definitely where I read the name from. Um, I would love to know which day they performed on Woodstock, and I actually wouldn't mind watching a couple of performances from a couple of songs from their performance at Woodstock. So if you guys have any recommendations on that, I would love to watch that and hear them live. But yeah, man, first introduction, starting off on the right foot. I liked it. I really liked it. I love uplifting country rock songs. Again, it didn't give me Leonard Skinner, but it kind of reminded me a bit. Definitely kind of reminded me of Janice, Bobby McGee. Yeah, so I liked it. First introduction, we starting off on the right foot. So give me more, and I definitely want to hear more from them and learn more about their story. I would love to know the intricacies and details of why they broke up. Because it must have been some pretty serious stuff if 20 years removed, you don't want to do the tribute performance to your Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. It must have been something pretty heavy. So I would love to know what happened. So anyway, as always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Please recommend more Creedence Clearwater Revival. I would love to hear more from them. But until next time, peace.